So, this practice, the theme or intention maybe, is really mindfulness and the attitude of mindfulness. So, when I think of the attitude of mindfulness, I think of bringing curiosity, compassion, non judgment, and acceptance to our practice. And I feel like that can be an important thing to bring to yoga because we can often bring expectations and particular outcomes that we think we need to achieve in our practice. And, it's nice when those things happen, but they're not promised. So I wanted to create a practice where you could just be with your body, be present with whatever's here, and let that be enough. So that's what we're doing. Prop wise, nothing that you need to have if you're watching the recording, but I think it can be nice to have something to sit on because we will be doing Thunderbolt. I know not everyone calls it that, but it's not always comfortable to sit back on your heels, so you can place something underneath you. So grab that if you'd like that. And we'll get started in child's pose, where you can also use that prop underneath your hips and heels, or between your hips and heels. And then come into child's pose. So your knees are bent. You sit your heels or your hips back onto your heels, reach your arms forward, and bring your forehead down to the mat. Once you're comfortably in child's pose, begin to rock your head from side to side, gently and slowly, with your attention at the space between your eyebrows. If you're still rocking your head from side to side, be still for a moment. Lift your head. Walk your hands back towards your knees. And then sit all the way up so that your shoulders are stacked over your hips are over your heels. If your knees were wide apart, feel free to bring them closer together if that helps you to feel more comfortable. Look forward, and then bring the middle finger of either hand to the spot between your eyebrows. This is known as yin tong. I'm not going to tell you the purpose of it. I want you to be curious with what your own experience is when you place your hand here. What do you notice? Release your hand. Then take a seat at the center of your mat with one leg crossed in front of the other. You can continue to sit on your prop if that helps you to tip your pelvis forward and keep your spine long without strain. Place your hands either onto your thighs or your knees. And on an inhale, arch your spine, tip your chin up. Exhale to round your spine, draw your chin in towards your chest. Inhale, arch. Exhale, round. I'll leave you to move at your own pace, following your breath. Come back to a neutral spine. Cross your, well, maybe that's a weird way of saying it. Place your right hand on your left knee. And then reach your left arm up. And on your next exhale, bend over to the right. Slowly come back up. This time, place your left hand onto your right knee. Reach your right arm up. And on your next exhale, bend to the left. Come back up. Place both hands back onto your knees. And then begin to make circles with your torso. Change the direction of your circles. Come back to neutral. Breathe here. I'm going to remove the prop that I'm seated on, but feel free to stay on yours if it's comfortable for you, because we are going to lengthen our right leg out in front of us and bring the sole of our left foot to the mat so that the left knee is bent and moving towards our chest. You have some options here, so some choices to make. If you are stimming, or you've just gone for a retrieval or a transfer, or for any other reason you're not comfortable coming into a twist, you can drop your knee down to the side and then come into a forward fold. Otherwise, cross your arms in front of your chest. So one hand, yes, opposite hands on opposite shoulders. Lengthen your spine. And then as you exhale, twist towards your knee. Then you can release your hands and hug your knee to assist you with the twist. So often we just kind of crank ourselves into twist. It can be nice to see what your body does on its own. If you're in the twist, slowly come out of your twist. And no matter where you are, you can go ahead and straighten your left leg and then bend your right leg. If you're not coming into the twist, feel free to drop your knee down and come into your forward fold. Otherwise, you can place your hands onto your shoulders and then twist, and then hug your knee in if you'd like the additional support or contact with your leg. How does this side feel different? So often when we are thinking of how things are different, we might label one as better or worse than, but can we just describe how they're different without making any sort of judgment around it, truly bringing that attitude of mindfulness, that non-judgment to our experience? If you're in a twist, come out of your twist, and we'll all straighten our legs. Place your hands behind your hips. Lean back and then shake out your legs. Let your legs be still. Walk your hands forward so that they're right outside of your hips, or on either side of your hips, or maybe slightly in front. On an inhale, bring your arms up overhead. Exhale, fold forward. Decide what you would like to do. You can either aim to keep your spine long, or you can allow yourself to round forward. Maybe you play with both and see how they're different. Slowly come up. Then make your way onto your hands and your knees. Feel free to pad your knees, to come onto your knuckles or your fingertips. If your wrists maybe just don't want to be pressed on today. We'll immediately begin to move through cat-cow circles. So you'll circle your head and your hips in one direction. Then change the direction of your circles. Come back to neutral. Extend your right leg. Right toes are curled under. And then rock back and forth, stretching out your calves. We'll switch sides, so bring in your right leg, and then lengthen your left leg. When you're ready, you can shift your weight forward and backward. Bring your left leg in. Bring your big toes together, knees out wide. Hips come back to your heels, arms come forward, head comes to the mat for child's pose. How does this child's pose feel compared to the one that you did earlier in the practice? How has your breath shifted? How have your thoughts shifted? How has your body shifted? Maybe nothing has shifted, and that can be okay too. Lift your head. Walk your hands back towards your knees. Bring your knees closer together. Bring your attention to the spot between your eyebrows. Maybe bring your finger to that spot as well. One of your middle fingers. What do you notice? If your hand is at your forehead, release it down. Place your hands onto the mat. Curl your toes under and slide your right leg back. Then slide your left leg back so you're in plank. You can remain with your knees lifted in plank, or you can lower your knees. Send your hips up and back. Maybe you walk your feet forward a little bit to come into downward facing dog. Then walk your hands back to your feet. Bend your knees and slowly roll up to standing. Go as slow as you can. Bring your attention to the soles of your feet. We've spent so much time on the floor. How does this feel different, being in this orientation? Sometimes there's even a subtle change in the rate of your heartbeat when you come up from the floor. It's amazing how our bodies are constantly adjusting to us and for us. Shift your weight to the left. Lift your right heel so your right knee is bent. You can remain here. This is one way to play with your balance. You also have the option to lift your knee up so that it's just about in line with your hip. You can play with your balance in this way as well. Feel all of those micro adjustments that your left foot is making, your left ankle and your left leg, they're making to keep you balanced. You can remain here, or if you'd like to come into a twist, and you might want to consider what I said about twist earlier, if you're deciding if a twist is right for you, you can bring your hands across your chest, and then you can twist towards the lifted leg. If you're in the twist, hang out in there a little longer. If it feels good to do so, that is. And then when you're ready, come out of it. Bring your leg back down. And notice, how does your left leg differ from your right leg? What sensations are you experiencing in both of them, and how are they different? Bring your attention to the soles of your feet. And then shift your weight to the right. Lift your left heel, left knee is bent. You can remain here to play with your balance. You can also lift your left knee so it's in line with your hip. You can remain here, or you can come into a twist by placing your hands onto your chest and then twisting towards your bent knee. I didn't say it on the other side, but you can absolutely bring your hands down to rest on, well, one hand, your front hand, to rest on your leg, and the other hand can come down. If you're in the twist, slowly come out of it. Bring your foot down. Shake out your legs. And then be still. Attention comes back to the soles of your feet. Shift your weight to the left. Lift your right knee. Draw your right heel towards your right bottom. And you can use your hand to do this. So the right hand comes to the top of your right foot and pull your right foot towards your bottom. Once again, notice all of those little micro movements, maybe larger movements that your left leg is doing to keep you upright. Release your right foot. Shift your weight to the right side and repeat on the left side. Release your foot. Shake out your legs. And then be still. On your next inhale, circle your arms up overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Bend your knees to place your palms flat onto the mat. And then walk your hands forward. So you're in that plank position again. Lower your knees if they're not already lowered. Uncurl your toes. Sit back onto your heels for child's pose. Come up. Shoulders are over your hips. Hands are resting either on your thighs or your knees. Bring your attention to the spot between your eyebrows. Take a seat to one side, and then bring your legs out in front of you. Lie back, knees are bent, and the soles of your feet are on the floor. Draw your right knee in towards your chest. Bring your right ankle to rest on your left thigh, near your left knee. Press your right knee away from your body. You can remain here, or you can lift your left foot to bring your left knee and right ankle towards your chest. Feel free to interlace your hands either behind your left thigh or on top of your left shin. Bring your left foot down to the mat. Bring your right foot down. Draw your left knee in, and then place your left ankle onto your right leg. Push your left knee away. Remain here, or draw your left ankle and right knee in towards your chest. Your hands can rest on your shin or the back of your thigh. Bring your right foot down. Bring your left foot down. Allow your knees to fall away from one another, down towards your mat. Bring the soles of your feet together. Where would you like to rest your hands on your body? Maybe your lower abdomen, maybe your chest, maybe one hand at each spot, maybe somewhere else entirely. Or maybe today you don't want to rest your hands on your body. Choose that. Choose whatever feels best to you in this moment. Straighten your right leg, and then your left leg. If your hands are resting on your body, bring them down to the mat, palms up. You might recall that I shared that the intention or theme behind this practice was presence or mindfulness. So before I leave you in silence to rest in Shavasana, I'm going to do a bit of a body scan while also simply being present with our bodies, and we'll vocalize our presence. So bring your attention first to your feet. Notice any sensation here. Then say to your feet, either aloud or in your mind, I am here with you. Bring your attention up to your legs. Notice any sensations here. Say to your legs, I am here with you. Bring your attention up to your hips. What do you sense here? Then say to your hips, I am here with you. Bring your attention to your stomach, your lower abdomen, this entire region. What do you sense here? Say to your abdomen, I am here with you. Bring your attention to your chest. Notice what is here. Say to your chest, I am here with you. Bring your attention to your arms. Notice what is present here. Say to your arms, I am here with you. Bring your attention to your hands. What do you sense in your hands? Say to your hands, I am here with you. And finally, bring your attention to your head and your neck. What do you notice here? Say to your head and your neck, I am here with you. I'll leave you to rest here for 1 minute, and I'll cue you when that time is up. When you're ready to come out of the pose, out of our final resting pose, you begin to move your feet and your toes, your wrists, your hands, fingers. Maybe reach up overhead. And then roll over onto your side. Press yourself up. Notice how you feel. On your next inhale, circle your arms up overhead, palms touch. Exhale, hands come to the center of your chest. Thank yourself for taking this time to move, to breathe, to be still, and to be present. And I thank you for sharing your practice with me today. Thank you. So we are going to take our break. I will play some music and have a little timer on, and then you'll hear the music end when it's time to come back, and then we'll journal together. You're welcome. Okay, so I'll go ahead and pull up our prompts. I'll be journaling with you. Right, so prompt number 1 is, when it comes to your fertility and overall well-being, what is your greatest hope or desire? When it comes to your fertility and overall well-being, what is your greatest hope or desire? I'll give you about 7-ish minutes, and I'll let you know when the time is up. begin to wrap up any final thoughts you might have. We have about another 30 seconds or so. Okay, so prompt number 2. If you could distill that hope or desire down to a single word or simple phrase, what would it be? Once you have written that down, roll that word or phrase around in your mind. So it becomes your meditation, or you might think of it as your mantra. If you could distill that hope or desire down to a single word or simple phrase, what would it be? Once you have written it down, roll that word or phrase around in your mind. Okay, So, final prompt. We'll spend a little extra time on this one. So turn your word or phrase into a wish or prayer and write your wish or prayer out as a brief note of well wishes to yourself. If you'd like to, you can extend those well wishes to others. So think back to your word or phrase and turn it into a note of well wishes to yourself, and if you'd like to others as well. you have any final thoughts to wrap up, do that in the next minute or so, and then we'll check in with each other.